Okay, this video is the 1927 Cadillac that Cadillac Carl's on a big tour from Washington State down to the Cadillac Grand National in Las Vegas. So he's taken his time in the original Cadillac 314 here, and I'll let Carl tell you just a little bit about this car, and we'll walk around it and get an impression of what the car looks like before he gets in it and starts heading south. So Carl?
This is my winter car counterpart to my 1924 7-passenger touring Cadillac that I've had for a long time. It took me 20 years to find this, and very, very lucky that at long last I fulfilled a lifetime goal, and we've put a lot of work into it. The car wasn't really drivable. It had been overheating and cracked the right-hand cylinder head, simple things like that, and then replacing the pot metal pieces in the distributor and the automatic timing chain tensioner. And it's been quite a successful runner. We've taken it on shakedown cruises of up to 400 miles and back in the shop for various remedies. And we felt finally it was ready to go, and 650 miles in this vehicle proves it. And I am driving from Washington to the Grand National in Las Vegas. The first 170 miles or so were done in my Suburban along with my son, and he was a chase car. We picked this one up in Portland, and we've had it up on the freeway sometimes of necessity, topping 50 miles an hour. It does cruise nicely at legal freeway speeds, 45 plus. But I like to keep it right around 40, plus or minus 2 or 3 miles an hour. And even more delightful if I can get away with it, I love cruising this thing at 35 miles an hour. It's a real sweetheart.
Okay, let's walk around a little bit, Carl. And like you were saying, the pinstripes have been redone, and there's some touch-up that's been done, and including a new set of wood wheels, where the original wheels were too nice to go on the trip, so you had these made.
They were too nice and they were too delicate. They have to be preserved. And being, as they were 89 years old, and we all know how dirty wheels get, I didn't think that they would be able to survive without some significant damage. So they're preserved, they're put away, and will be protected just as I took them off. And we replicated the pinstriping off the original wheels, which were the solid green color that you see on the hubs and the fellows.
Okay, I see you also have the turn signals up there.
These are vacuum operated, and when you select right-hand turn, they come out. Hangs. It's supposed to light up, but you can't see it lighting up if the ignition's not on, number one. And number two, we put a flasher in it to make them of a modern interpretation, and perhaps it's the flasher that's causing a failure on each side, but we'll get that sorted out.
Great. Okay, so I see you're definitely packed for a few weeks in the car.
Oh no, I'm packed for 2 to 3 months. I have no need to go home, so I'll just be living in the old 27 for a while.
Nice trunk, period correct trunk. All the nickel looks really great on the car.
I've had this thing described as having the appearance of a rather elegant Grapes of Wrath mobile, and I suppose there were some guys that had fallen on hard times and still had a conveyance like this. They probably would have had a lot more baggage on it than I have. They were living in it for longer.
Let's get a little shot of the dash if we can, Carl.